What's going on, YouTube? It's the Hip Hop Trucker, man. I'm coming back to y'all with another video. It's been a while since I uploaded, man. I've been MIA. Last video, y'all know I had just got fired from Martin. My feelings was hurt, and I was at orientation for a new job. In that video, I said that I wasn't going to say where I was at because I didn't know which way I was going to go with my opinion because it was early. I didn't know if I was going to be there or not. Spoilers, I'm not there. And I'm gonna tell you this, Western Express, or should I say Polar Express, is the worst trucking company, period. There is not a company that has semi-trucks that pulls freight that is worse than Polar Express. And I'm gonna tell you why. That company is the absolute last resort. It should be your last resort. I'm talking about, bro, you should have 4 accidents, be on SAP, vehicular homicide, vehicular manslaughter, drive a truck through a residential living room, do all of that, and still see if you can find something better than Polar Express. I'm telling you. Bro, at orientation, first of all, I only worked there for 2 weeks, but I was employed for a month. Let me tell you how that works. So, the fucking recruiter told me that because I had over a year experience that I wouldn't have to go through training. Okay, cool. They was supposed to put me on a dedicated account working the Lowe's. It was gonna be 60 cents a mile, Alabama, Tennessee, and Georgia. That's it. Unlimited drop and hook. Sounds good to be too good to be true, right? I know I should have never fell for it, but I do think that account is real. But the company is so bad I couldn't even get to the account. Anyways, back to what I was saying. I went out there on December 30th, New Year's. Sorry, I'm taking off my gloves. I went out there December 30th, New Year's, for orientation. Everything was good. Whatever, I completed orientation. On the last day of orientation, we're getting our truck assignments and we're about to get dispatched or whatever. On the last day of orientation, they tell me that they called Martin. Martin told them what happened and I gotta go out with a trainer for 130 hours. So to go from, oh, you don't have to have a trainer, to now I have to spend 2 weeks with a trainer was crazy work, but whatever. I knew I had to deal with it. It's fine. So I'm asking them, how long is it gonna take for the trainer to get to me? The lady's talking about, oh, it could take a week or 2 weeks for the trainer to get to me. I'm like, okay, so what am I supposed to do? You want me to sit in a hotel for 2 weeks? Absolutely not. So I went home. They said the trainer was gonna pick me up from home. The fucking recruiter calls me and he's mad that I went home because he basically thought that I was gonna quit. The recruiters don't get paid until you get on the truck. So they wanna keep you in the hotel to guarantee that you will get on the truck. If you go home, they are afraid that you will not get on the trainer's truck. So that's why they hound you to stay at the hotel. I didn't know this, right? So he calls me and he's flipping the fuck out saying, oh, he put his reputation on the line to give me this account, blah, 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 blah. Bro, I don't give a fuck. I'm not sitting in the hotel for 2 weeks. I got bills to pay, all kind of shit going on, bro. I gotta go. So, long story short, he ends up getting me a bus ticket back to Nashville, tells me that the trainer will be there on Monday to get me. This was on the Friday after December 30th, like the first week of January. My trainer comes. Listen, bro, I am not racist. I have nothing against immigrants. I have nothing against Jamaicans. But I'm telling you, this guy is like, I can see why people would have a problem with immigrants in trucking. Because it's January. So it's cold as hell in Tennessee. It's cold as hell up north. It's the winter. So Western Express basically made it so the trucks cannot idle. They have this smart climate bullshit where if the inside of the truck gets a certain temperature, the truck will crank on and heat up the cab. But my trainers was broken. So we get a load to Ohio. It's a snowstorm. It's like 20 degrees outside. I'm trying to go to sleep. I'm waking up in the middle of the night, freezing cold. I'm cold as fuck. First of all, I don't have proper winter gear because, I mean, shit. One, I wasn't expecting to be with this guy that long. And two, I'm thinking the truck's gonna be warm. I'm in a truck. Why the hell do I need all this winter shit? But anyways, I'm waking up out of my sleep. I get down, I start the truck. I'm sitting there, keeping the truck on until it gets hot enough in the truck to I'm sweating. Why? Because I want to get back up into bed and fall asleep before it gets too cold. That's when I found out it takes 2 hours. It takes 2 hours for the truck to go back down to freezing temperature. So basically, I was getting up there, going to sleep, waking up, starting the truck, and repeating it over and over again every 2 hours. So, obviously, I'm supposed to get up in the morning and drive 10 hours, 11 hours so I can hurry up and get the fuck out of training. How the hell am I supposed to do that if I can't sleep? I'm telling my, trainer, like, what the fuck is wrong with your truck? And this guy is telling me, oh man, that's just Western, man. They don't care, man. You got to have thick sheets, man. Western don't care. You just got to have thick sheets and blankets, man. They don't care if you have heat. They'll let you freeze, man. So I'm like, bro, are you kidding me? Like, you gotta be kidding me, right? I'm thinking he's joking or being funny. He's not kidding. He has like probably 4, 5, 6 blankets on his bed. So he's prepared for this. He knows that this is how it is, right? And I'm explaining to him, I'm like, bro, this is not normal. This is not okay. Like, it's borderline illegal, for real. I come from Martin Transport where we got APUs and bunk heaters and inverters. I had a TV, a microwave, a PlayStation, a fridge. I'm spoiled as shit coming from Martin. I got everything I need coming from Martin. I was never too cold, too hot at any point in the truck with Martin. I'm comfortable as shit with Martin. So coming from that to no climate control in the middle of the winter, I'm like, what the hell? That shit make Martin look like the #1 trucking company. Anyways, that was the first day. The second day, I managed to drive a 10-hour shift off of fucking 2.5 hours of sleep somehow. We get to our load a day early because I be running. Anyways, so we get there a day early. I say, yo, let's try and deliver the load early, see if we can get our next load early, because I'm trying to get the fuck on. So we go to the place, they don't let us deliver. I tell him, I said, bro, I'm going to get me a hotel. We got there Saturday night. We wasn't going to be able to deliver till Monday morning. So I'm like, bro, I'm not staying in this cold ass truck with you for 2 nights and just sitting here. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing it. So I went and got a hotel. He stayed in the truck. Midnight comes, Saturday at midnight. Western Express calls me saying, hey, I heard that you was cold in the truck and had to get yourself a hotel. What's going on? I said, yeah, man, my trainer said you guys let us freeze and won't get us hotels and you don't care, basically. So I'm like, well, since we can't do anything until Monday, I'm gonna get myself a hotel. This guy tells me, what are you talking about? If it's colder than 40 degrees, we get you a hotel no matter what, no matter where you're at. I said, are you serious? So wait, you guys do get hotels. You guys do care if the truck is cold or not. So he lied. The fucking Jamaican dude, he lied. And see, this is what I be saying, like, I understand that he's an immigrant and he comes from, harsh conditions, to say the least. We have labor laws and shit over here. You can't just make people work in any condition over here. I don't know where the hell he comes from or what he used to working in, but I was telling him, it's illegal for them to make us work in these conditions. But because he is from a country that is not as fortunate, he doesn't give a shit. He's just glad to have the opportunity to be here and make American dollars. And see, this is what people have problems with immigrants, because they come over here and they work in worse conditions for less money. And how the hell are we supposed to compete with that when we have standards? We expect a certain amount of money. We expect to have the equipment to do the job. We expect to have a good work environment to do the job. But immigrants don't give a shit. They'll work in trucks held together by dump tape with no heat, no air, no bed, no nothing. They don't give a fuck. As long as they're making American dollars, they can send back to wherever they're from. They don't care. That's a problem. Anyways, so I find out my trainer lied about Western Express getting hotels. And I'm like, yo, well, can you reimburse me then? They say, oh, you know, the reimbursement process is kind of a hassle because, you know, we have a system that pays for hotels. You should never have paid for a hotel in the first place. So we might not be able to reimburse you. I don't care about that. It's only $60, but I just found that to be crazy that he said that, because my trainer literally told me that y'all don't do that. So I spent the money on the hotel and I literally didn't have to. So anyway, I'm with this guy. You know, we get off the phone. I stay in the hotel Saturday night. I stay in the hotel all Sunday. I'm chilling. I'm playing a game. I'm ordering DoorDash. I'm cool. While this guy is out there sleeping in a cold truck. You know, the guy told me, oh, you know, I'm going to call your trainer back and see if he wants to get a hotel where you are. And he said no. He turned on a free hotel, bro. The hotel was going to be free. He didn't have to share a room with me. They would have got him his own room. He would have got his own room with his own bed, his privacy. So if he thought that he was going to have to stay with me and share with me, no, bro, they was going to get you your own shit. But he still said no. He would rather stay in the cold truck than take the hotel for free. That lets me know I'm dealing with a nut. He's a nut, bro. My trainer is a nut. On top of that, he was a worse driver than me. He can't take turns right. He suck at stopping at stop signs right. I'm getting trained by somebody who makes rolling stops, and I got fired from my last job for doing a rolling stop. Imagine the mind fuck. Imagine that. I lost a job at a better company, making more money with more perks, and had to go to a worse company, you know, and I get hired, you know, I get trained by a guy who has the same driving habits that I got fired for having. That's fucking insane. That's insane. But anyways, so fast forward to Monday morning. He tells me he's gonna try and deliver the load. At this point, I already checked out, bro. There was a Greyhound like 5 minutes down the road. I told this guy, I'm done. I can't work here. You know, the whole time I was in that hotel, the same hotel I was in when I posted that video. The video that I posted, that's the hotel I was in. So the same fucking, you know, I'm putting in applications, and I got a job at, you know, DTS, some weird company delivering bread to small storage units, whatever. I did that for probably about 2 weeks before I got hired at Central. I don't even count them. But anyway, that's what I left. That's what I left Western Express to go to, right? So, recap. Do not go to Western Express, bro. Don't do it. There is, look hard. If you cannot find a company that will hire you and Western Express is the only one, look harder. Look harder. Google harder. Bing, Indeed, fucking do whatever you got to do. Go door to door. Anywhere you see a semi truck, go knock on the door and ask them before you go to Western Express. It's horrible. And I mean, bro, even the like working there, you're basically AI. You are AI, because as soon as you get the load, it come in on the tablet, you hit the button, accept, and then navigation pops up. It's already routed. They already picked your fucking route there. It tells you where you're going to fuel at. It tells you how many gallons you're going to put in the tank, and you can't get fuel nowhere else. You can't get more fuel than they tell you to get. You can't get less fuel than they tell you to get. You have to do exactly what they say. So basically, you are AI. You have no autonomy. You cannot pick a detour. You cannot pick where to fuel at. You cannot pick where to shut down at. If you deliver a load and you want to go to a TA because there's only like BS truck stops or there's no truck stops, if it's not in a 20-mile radius of where you deliver from, you have to pay $3 a mile for every mile outside of that radius you go to. So, you know, if you pull up maps and it'll be like Love's 11.6 miles away, and then you hit navigate and it's like 30, yeah, if you go there, you're gonna pay. And they're gonna take it out your damn check. So you can't even sleep where you wanna sleep. You can't fuel where you wanna fuel. You can't go down the routes you wanna go down. Everything is automatically fucking done. Like you're just some moron. And to be fair, you have to be a moron to work there. So I don't, you know, I get it. I truly get it. But anyways, this video is getting long, so I just wanted to drop that. I'm gonna drop another video giving a review of Central Transport. That's where I'm at now. LTL company. They got me dripped up and dripped out. I'm here in Knoxville, about to head back to Atlanta. That's the terminal I work out of. So, yeah, just wanted to check in and let y'all know that Western Express is garbage, and I work at Central Transport. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, man. Put any questions below in the comments if you got any videos. If you got any questions that you want me to answer the next video. I appreciate y'all, man. Hip Hop Trucker, I'm gone.